Last season, they met just over an hour down the road with the Big Ten championship at stake. And today, there are enormous implications for the rematch. Ohio State comes into Bloomington to take on the reigning national champion, the Indiana Hoosiers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you for more on this Big Ten clash. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
We might not have said this a few years ago, but when Ohio State matches up against Indiana, it is a big deal. Keep in mind, the Hoosiers beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game last year on their way to the national title. But Ohio State knows they could be the team to beat in the Big Ten this year. It is all on the line for some early dominance when Ohio State takes on Indiana. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Buckeyes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like, the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. And you have, anytime you have 2 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Back to pass, it's Hoover. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
He's going to get loose. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. he's got room. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game.
Maybe some room here. Headed to the end zone. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be 4th.
And listen, 3rd down and long is such a hard spot to be in. That's where defenses want offenses, right? Like, they got them right where they want them. But there's a really nice job by the playmaker. QB got him the football, and he didn't run out of bounds. Like, he fought for every single extra yard he could. Fought, almost got to the first down marker, but now sets up a 4th down.
Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll go play action with Sayin. Fires to the right. Taken in by Smith on the right side. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. This offense has it with really good field position. To the air, it's Hoover. It's complete.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
And the Hoosiers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the red zone, it's Beebe. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
on the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Here's a little room there. They make the stop, and a nifty move to pick up 9 on that one.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Completion to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. Unloads quickly. Turning it on.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
The completion picked up 6 yards on 1st down, now 2nd and 4. Throwing, say it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it at the 30 and still running. Past the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Looking to pass. It's Hoover. Firing to the right, complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Beebe. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
So after that incompletion, 4th down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense, and this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Plucks it out of the air. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Tight end finds a soft spot, and he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Sayin. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Now here's Sayin. He's going to be a little bit short of that 1st down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
4th down, Sayin. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. On the run, it's Beebe. Maybe a crease. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. To the air, it's Sayin. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Give the defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. Their offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, they go 3 and out and force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take a shot. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Pulled and fired complete. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll run the option. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The run inside. It's Jackson. Got enough for the first. Might have a chance. Touchdown, Buckeye! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got his man. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here's the pressure. They're working that left side. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Hoosiers with the 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Richard. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Punt is in the air. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Sayed makes the grab.
Well, I love the job in coverage there. Sure, the guy made the catch, but right away the defender able to bring him down. No possibility of yak on that play.
The Hoosiers take their first time out. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man to the left. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
17 on the play. Good enough for a first down.
Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Say it. Throwing right. It's caught downfield. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Sayin on the play action. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and long. Sayin back to the air. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with the Washington Huskies taking on the number 22 team, the Northwestern Wildcats. And it's Washington who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
They win their second straight game and talk about doing it in style. That margin of victory is a head-turner. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Conference USA.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman...
And now they lost the ball down here. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Woo, deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Sweet.
Here's Sayin to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now in this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Lined up in the gun on third down. Sayin takes a shot as he lets it go. Got his man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The Buckeyes will punt this one away. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Grabs it in the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job hooking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He makes a grab.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Run in the red zone. It's Beebe. And he's in. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Motion from the wideout. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that and start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Throwing, say it. Hauls it in. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4. Brings up 2nd down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Play fake. Julian Sayed. Pressure coming. And it's a sack.
Well, this is a very well-rounded defensive line. They play this 4-3 scheme. They've got guys up front that keep their gap integrity against the run, but they can also win one-on-one against the pass. You just saw the speed off the edge by that DN.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He makes the grab, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. 4th down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a first down, you got to put that ball on the money, have your guy with some open space so he can run. Defense was all over that drag route. They broke on the football, no space, nowhere to go, forcing the 4th down.
Saying to throw for it on 4th. Makes the grab past the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that That momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
He's marked down at the 16-yard line.
Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Here's Julian saying to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, the next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
The run inside. It's Jackson. Strong, firm tackle.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Trying to be heard above the noise. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the... He's going for the big play. Snags it on the right. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Fires to the big fella. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Back to throw. It's Hoover. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I'll tell you, you've got to give this defense credit. That was only his 2nd catch of the game. He came into this as one of the best receivers in all of college football, but this defense had a plan. They have shut him down. They have limited.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will. That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Right back to the well. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Looking down the middle. Gave him a chance and he got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Lets it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
He's got it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Finds space on the right. Perhaps a touchdown saving tackle at the 17. And the Hoosiers in the hurry up. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got a man in the middle. Touchdown, Indiana! Into the end zone for 6.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put the... Oh, he's got some space! And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Sayin. Nice grab in traffic. Jumped on top of the pile.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Sets up the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. this third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Saying from the gun on third down. Quickly complete. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Picks up the first down. He's at the end of the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 winner. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Complete. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
To the air on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Fires into the end zone. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40, the 20. He's at the, and it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Buckeye. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I could be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it